10 minutes into our only catch-up game, things started looking pretty darn nice. Nakagawa getting off to a beautiful start, putting in his first goal and then doubling up and getting a brace here with a lovely tap in at the near post. But they didn't give up. No, Shonan Bellmare, 10 minutes from time, went and delivered a beautiful cross in and a bullet of a header to make it 2-1. Now, in terms of the match statistics, it was very one-sided. 20 shots to their 10, 10 on target to their 5, a 2.53 XG to a 0.87, 14 corners to 2, 10 fouls to 9, 1 yellow card to 1 yellow card, 87% passing to 75, 64% possession to 36. Sadly, Inukai with that yellow card does mean he is suspended for today's game as we take on Avispa Fukuoka. But before we hop into that one, we have an Emperor's Cup 4th round draw. So without further ado, let's hop on over to the draw where I'll see you fine folks in just a second. Correction, ladies and gents, it is time for the 5th round, not the 4th round draw of the Emperor's Cup. And we have 26 teams which will be going into the hat for these 8 matches to be drawn, including Frontale ourselves, Marinos, Honda Lock Soccer Club, and Toyota United FC, just to name a few. Now, as you can see, there's a nice little range, couple of J3s there, a J2, bunch of J1s. Nice little range. There's a HF11 here in Tokyo United, although they do have to get past Kashima Antlers, which I doubt they will manage. There's also a JFL side in Honda Lock. But who are we going to get, and are we going to be home or away? Well, it's Red Diamonds or Sanukai, probably Red Diamonds to be honest, versus Fujieda. So whoever wins that's got a pretty decent home tie, probably Red Diamonds, J1 League side against a J Freak. We have Honda Lock, this is the one we would love to get. A JFL side, no, Nagasaki shall get them instead. Toyota United or Kashima Antlers, I'm probably thinking it's Kashima Antlers from that one, versus Bellmare or Yokohama. Now Yokohama isn't the worst side, they've got a chance in that one, but I think Bellmare is probably going to go through in that, so I can see this being a J1 League clash. We then have Zelvia, I'm not going to try and say it all, Zelvia or Gamba Osaka will be taking on Albirex. Interesting. Yeah, don't even think I'm going to try and say that one, just Gunma. Gunma will verse Ryoku or Hiroshima. Ryoko again another side which has a decent chance against Hiroshima, but I think Hiroshima should be able to handle them. Kashima Reysol again should be beating YSCC to verse Marinos or Yamaguchi. So the teams left in for us, there's a couple of J1s which is a bit worrying. We don't want this Frontale Osaka, that's what we want to avoid. Or S-Pulse, we could do with them playing each other, to be honest. We could do with them two playing each other and get Chiba, but we're probably not. We're probably going to get stuck with one of them. We have S-Pulse Kobe, at least it's the easier one of the two. And then the final one is Chiba versus Frontale or Cerezo Osaka. So we've got a home tie if we can manage to get past the J3 League side, which I think we should be able to do. And then we verse Vissel Kobe or S-Pulse. Not sure if I'm going to show that. I probably will, because it is going to be a decent game against S-Pulse or Kobe, but I think we should be able to handle either of those two sides in the 5th round of the Emperor's Cup. But that's our cup draw out of the way. It is time to delve into today's game as we take on Avispa Fukuoka, a side we should dominate, but this is Football Manager, so it's probably going to be a close 1 or 2-0 either way. So I'll see you over at the dressing room in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, we are here in the dressing room. Game time is almost upon us here at the Sapporo Dome. And today we have 21,273 tickets sold out of a 41,484 capacity. Good pitch condition, drizzly 19 degrees Celsius, and it's gusty. So we've got all the excuses to lose today. It's a bit drizzly and there's a bit of wind, so the wind might affect us, the rain might affect us, but we still shouldn't be losing to a team like Avispa Fukuoka, and they're expected to go for a classic 4-4-2. I very much doubt that game, but we shall find out in just a second. And we are going for an interesting twist to our starting lineup. If you have a little look on the right hand side, we are using Nakagawa on the wing. That is because Lucas picked up a knock in the previous game and thus isn't playing. As also previously mentioned, Inukai has a suspension due to that yellow card, so Fukumori is coming in at centre back. That means our team for today is Obi in goal, a backline of Suga, Havania, Fukumori and Komai. On the left hand side is Kawasaki, Nakagawa on the right. Central midfield will be controlled by Kim Min-tae and Fujita, with Miyazawa of course moving up into that central attacking midfield role to cover for Lopez. Nakashima then covers up front where Nakagawa has previously been, and we know he is a solid goal scorer. So that's kind of frightening for their defence. They've got Nakagawa running at them and Nakashima. Now, before we hop into things, let's just have a look at how many goals the pair of them have scored. 15 goals in 16 games and 1 substitute in the league. 25 in 25 and 3 overall for Nakagawa. He has been amazing. Nakashima, not bad himself. 12 goals in 15 games total and 4 as a sub. 7 in 8 in the AFC and 2 in 3. 2 substitutes, mind you, in the league. He's been solid as well. So both of those are deadly goal scorers indeed. And well, the surrounding pack isn't too bad themselves. Miyazawa himself has a couple of goals, one of them in the league. Where is the other? The other is in the YBC Levine Cup. So let's hop on in. Our bench, of course, is Nakano, Hatsus, Takamin, Arano, Kishimoto, Danzaki, and Ogashiwa. Speaking of Arano, by the way, he has confirmed his transfer. He is going to Frontail for that 575,000. 575, slightly cheaper than the other one, but we get it all in one go. So I aren't too fussed over that 25 grand. In terms of the tactics, well, all of our players are enjoying it, which is nice to see. And we are going to crack on. We've only got 2 changes to the lineup, 2 forced changes. And we are going to hop in. We should be winning this one fairly comfortably. Indeed, we should. So let's kick this one off. We are going to skip the walkout. We don't need to see that. As you can see, Marinos has been maintaining their solid form as well. When we've been winning, they've been winning. So we've both been just running away from the chasing pack. Miyazawa kicks it in. It comes back to Miyazawa though. Collects it nicely. Plays it back to Fujita. Suga's made a nice run, but will Komai or Ko find him on that left hand side? Nakagawa tries to play inside to Fujita, gives it away, and they are on the counter attack down this left hand side. Played into Aoki, that's the one. Kim Min-tae nods it down for Miyazawa though. We've intercepted it. Kawasaki, we've got an overlap yet again in Suga. Kawasaki's going to cut it inside instead though. Nakagawa in a deadly goal scoring position. Kawasaki on this right hand side. Will he play it inside? Nakagawa's there. Oh, he's got it to Miyazawa. Out of those 3, he's probably the one I least wanted the ball to go to. He had a solid opportunity though, and he wasted it. And now it's nodded on. Havania will collect it though. Havania, nice and patient, plays it up to Suga. Now to Kawasaki, it's an overlap in Suga yet again. Suga's making a lovely darting run, as he usually does on this left-hand side. Kawasaki, though, has decided to cut inside. He's playing it across to Miyazawa. Lovely through ball to Nakashima. Taps it in and gets his 13th goal of the season. Beautiful pass and an even more beautiful finish, slotting it into that bottom corner. Well placed. Kawasaki, I'm not quite sure about these runs, but he did open up their defence, so I will let him have it this time. It's just a little worrying when you've got Suga making nice overlaps and he's running across and completely ignoring Suga on that left-hand side, just completely tiring himself for no reason. The ball whipped in, though, is collected by Fujita as it's nodded away. Komai on this right-hand side can pull it back or whip it in himself. Pulls it back for Fujita. Can he do anything with it, though? Fujita gets it across. Kim Min-tae, he's got Suga in plenty of space. He goes himself, though. That was closer than I expected. Probably should have used the overlap of Suga. One of these times, one of our players will find Suga in this game, surely. Surely our team is not going to ignore Suga's lovely runs. Especially considering how much we've seen them work out in the past. Kawasaki keeping the ball in though. Kim Min-tae gets it up to Miyazawa. Suga yet again. Finally, someone passes it to him, but he plays it back to Miyazawa. Plays it up to Kawasaki. Play it over to Suga. Suga's got plenty of space. Good job. Now whip one in Suga. Come on, back post. Nakagawa. Come on, beautiful header from Nakagawa. Back post. 26th goal of the season. What a deadly pair. You don't want to see Nakashima and Nakagawa on the same team sheet. That is scary. And you can see just why. As we nod, a second goal in, only 14.5 minutes into today's game. It took us 10 minutes in the last game to get 2 goals. It's only taken us 15 in this one. We're scoring plenty of early goals. And Miyazawa is going to take a free kick here on the 23rd. Can we get a third in the first 30 minutes? It's hit the wall. Kawasaki plays it back to Miyazawa. Oh! Who puts the second opportunity just above the bar. Marinos, by the way, playing against Gamba Osaka here today, and the other game is Sanfrecce Hiroshima against the other Osaka team in Cerezo. They have a free kick though, they're playing it short to Okino. Okino gets it to Kao. It's now with Crocs, and he's going to cut it inside. Lovely tackle by Miyazawa. Unfortunately, it's gone straight back to them. Inui plays it back to Nara. Nara back to Inui. Nakashima. Interesting approach for a tackle. Instead, Fukumori will intercept it, and we are back in possession with Fujita. Fujita holding up the ball now to Kim Min Tai. Suga somehow got a yellow card, and now he's not making the runs he usually does. Kim Min Tai, lovely through ball. Nakagawa taps one in. 27 goals now on the season. 3 goals in 34 minutes. We're dismantling them. This isn't the usual Football Manager. You're versing a lower end of the table side. This is odd to see. Very odd to see indeed. Usually these games end up being 1-0, 2-0, but I will take 3-0. I'll take us drumming them. I will not complain at that in the slightest. Nara playing it up. Kao is going to hold up the ball for Inui. Inui gets it back to him. Croix now plays it to Aoki. Aoki back to Inui. Inui back to Aoki. Aoki gets it over to this left-hand side. Now, oh, Komai, you've completely missed him. Croix gets past him and then passes it back to our goalkeeper. Not going to complain again at that one, but interesting approach. You get past your man and then you just pass it back to us anyway. Obi, though, just letting the clock run down. Hoops it up to Kawasaki. Suga's made an overlap yet again on this left-hand side. He's got past his man. He's got way too much space. Instead, though, he finds Nakagawa, who can pull it back for Komai if he wishes. Instead, though, he's tripped up. And we have a penalty. Who is going to take it, though? I really don't know. Nakagawa. Wasn't the best penalty, Nakagawa. It was a worrying one. You probably should have put it further into the corner, but we'll take it. It's a goal. Every goal counts. 4 goals already. Nakagawa got himself a hat-trick. Nakashima's got himself a goal. Everything's looking good. Marinos, though, 1-0 up in their game. Fukumori whips it in. Back post. Oh, what a header by Nakashima. He doesn't want to be on the sidelines. He is trying to keep up with Nakagawa. He's only a goal behind him in this game now. Nakashima has 2, Nakagawa has 3, and we have 5 goals in the first half. What an F was that? What an F was that indeed. We had 21 shots to their 1. 9 on target to their 1. Their only shot was on target. That's nice to see, but our XG, a 3.2 to their 0.1. 4 corners to 2, 5 fouls to 7, 1 yellow card, 2 yellow cards, 92% passing, Jesus, that's disgusting, to their 77, 66% possession to 34. They've had 2 yellow cards, we've had 1 yellow card, we've got 5 goals from our best 2 strikers. I'm very pleased. Let's crack on. Let's get some more. In fact, let's get Nakashima's hat-trick. Let's have them both have a hat-trick and let's just see them both battle it out. Miyazawa holding up the ball in the centre circle, gets it to Kim Min-tai. It's back to Miyazawa once more. Played over to Fujita. Nakagawa got the overlapping Komai if he wishes to use him. Doesn't. Inui will tackle him and Komai will collect it though. Plays it back to Nakagawa. Pull back for Fujita. Komai plays it into Nakagawa. It's blocked. Now Miyazawa. Ooh, Miyazawa, I've seen you shoot better than that from that position. That was a lovely opportunity to get yourself on the score sheet, but unfortunately he has wasted it. F Marinos, though, are now 2-0 up against Gamba Osaka in the other one, and the Hiroshima game is still 0-0. Interesting. So, we're into substitution time. Suga is going to go off, simply because he's on a yellow card, not through any lack of ability, although 6.8, he's staying out the green. Everyone else is in the green, but it's okay, Suga. I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed. No, I'm not even disappointed at him. But we're going to get him off the pitch. Now, who do we take off? Nobody's playing bad. Not many players are actually very tired, to be honest. These guys maybe could do with a rest. Our attacking mid and Kim Min Tai. So you know what, Arano, you can come on. We'll go Arano there, swap you two in, because we don't care if we tire out Arano, because he is disappearing pretty darn soon. I think we've got about 3 more games where we can utilise Arano. Then we need to be looking at bringing in a replacement before then. We then have... what do we do with our third? I think we hold on to our third, to be honest. We just bring on Arano, we let Suga go off, stick his feet up. Yokohama is now 3-1, by the way. I'm going to move that off there because it's rather irritating. Arano plays it over to Nakagawa. It's intercepted, though, and they are on the counter-attack. It's with Kao. Kao holding up the ball nicely. Plays it to Inuai. Inuai back to Kao. Inuai. Lovely ball over the top. Fukumori will nod it back to them, though. It's with Sugimoto near the centre circle. Nara tries the ball over the top. Fukumori will nod it back down to Sugimoto yet again. And it's played all the way back to Okino. Okino plays it up to Kanamori on this right-hand side. Mendez will collect the ball. Can we get a block in? No, he's got the cross in, and it's nodded over the bar. And we have escaped. We hold on to our 5-0 lead as we look to hold on to top of the league. With our 3-point gap on F Marinos, our game advantage, and an 11-point gap now on Osaka, who is currently... Oh, that's going to grow even more as Hiroshima has gone and scored. But pretty dull second half. We didn't manage to get a goal. We got 5 in the first. And then we just put our feet up and relaxed. So, in the end, it was 30 shots to their 4, 11 on target to their 1, a 3.83 XG to a 0.23, 8 corners to 3, 7 fouls to 13, 1 yellow card to 2, 91% passing to 77, 64% possession to 36. As you can see, our best performer was Nakagawa. He got a hat-trick over on that right-hand wing and a 9.6. Not bad, considering he doesn't usually play over on that side. And Nakashima wasn't far behind him with a brace and an 8.3 up front. Miyazawa, the provider, with an 8.7 in that centre attacking midfield role. And yeah, it was an all-round good display. Even our backups getting a 6.9 and a 6.8. Suga getting a 6.8 as well, and everyone else in the green. Not much to complain about in that one. Good win, lads. The real question, though, is where shall we go for the next episode? Well, Osaka. You got a player sent off, and yet you still managed to make it 3-2. I like the bravery. Unfortunately, you couldn't get the result that we would have liked, but I like your efforts. It's nice to see. Suga has reached his yellow card limit, so taking him off really didn't matter too much. We should have just left him and risked the yellow card, the red card, sorry, because it wouldn't have really mattered a whole lot. It would have just extended his break a little bit. So, what is our next episode going to be? Well, I'm going to play this Vortis game, 16th in the league. Probably not going to be too interesting, and it's at home, and it's a televised game, although televised really doesn't matter. Anyway, Gamba Osaka is the next away game. They're 10th in the league, and then we've got Nagoya Grampus. Not quite sure. I'm going to leave it up to whichever I can be bothered to play up to be honest. Gamba Osaka or Nagoya Grampus is going to be our next one, and then after that we shall probably return for Oita Trinita. Not going to be much of a hard game, but it's an away game. We get to travel to Oita Trinita for that one. We are, of course, then going to be coming back. I don't know if we're going to do Hiroshima. We might do Hiroshima. They're 9th, a solid team, so it might be a good idea to come back for that one. We're definitely coming back for Beijing, and then we'll probably come back for the second S-Pulse game, or maybe even do a double header in that one. But I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.